What is something that you absolutely disagree on? Are you thinking of having another baby after baby girl is born?
Courtney's not looking forward to having a big family.
Has being pregnant dampened down the honeymoon phase? How is the sex life now that you're about to pop?
I feel like I pressed the record button. Take two.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Courtney if you're new here. This is my fiance Luke. This video is something that I've been wanting to record for weeks. I put a question box on my Instagram probably like a month ago asking you guys for questions that you want us to include in this Q&A video. I didn't ask on YouTube, but I got plenty on Instagram, so if you don't follow me over there, head over there if you want to be included in more Q&A videos and things like that, because I'm more active over there than I am on YouTube. Most of these questions I think are surrounding baby, but they're not all about baby. I'm 37 weeks pregnant, for those of you who don't know. Let's jump straight into the questions. First question is, how much time will Luke take off work to help with baby girl?
Good question.
Yeah, I don't know the answer.
Yeah. I just got a new person in at work that I'm trying to train, but hopefully I'll be able to take 2 weeks off. That's the plan, 2 weeks.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Are you nervous about losing your alone time together? I am a little bit nervous about it because it's something that we've thoroughly enjoyed up until this point, and we haven't taken it for granted, and we've enjoyed every second of it. For those of you who don't know, we don't have our kids 100% of the time, so we get every other weekend together. Just the two of us, but obviously once baby's born, that will not be the case. I'm a little bit nervous about it, but I'm not worried about it, if that makes sense. Like, I know it'll all be fine, and we'll be able to figure it out and get time, like date nights and stuff if we really need to. I'm a little bit nervous about it. What about you?
Yeah, nervous is not really in my emotion set, so I would say no, I'm not nervous about it. I feel like life changes all the time and you just kind of get used to it. It'll become our norm. And as Courtney said, like, we've already got baby's grandparents saying that they will look after her and stuff like that, so we'll still have our nights, we'll still be able to do stuff.
Just not as often.
Just not as often,
Yeah.
but yeah. We're going to enjoy baby time. We're just going to have baby on those weekends, so it's going to be nice to just have baby.
Yeah, as a little family of 3.
Yeah.
What is something that you absolutely disagree on?
That's a really good question.
That is a really good question.
Yeah. I feel like there's at least one.
There's got to be at least something,
There's at least something. Nothing comes straight to mind, but I feel like if I thought about it for long enough, I would think of something. I don't know, like, can you think of something?
I don't know. That's really weird.
I can't think of anything.
I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe.
The people who watch us all the time in our vlogs, they would probably be able to tell you more than us.
Probably. Are you thinking, this one, it says, hey Court, so I don't know whether it's like directed at me, but it says, are you thinking of having another baby after baby girl is born? No. That's it. No. I'm not planning on having any more kids after baby's born. That's life doesn't always go to plan, but my plan is to not have any more kids. What's one thing that you guys are most excited for with new bub, and one thing you are least excited for?
You want me to go first?
Yeah, if you want.
Most excited, just to have a little miniature human that's both me and Courtney.
That's mine as well.
It's gonna be super cute.
Yeah.
And just all the little baby cuddles and stuff. I know it's gonna be hard work. I mean, we've both already had children before, so we understand it's hard work. But at the same time, I'm just looking forward to having a little baby that's Courtney and me. It's like a little mixture of her and I. So.
I know. That's what I'm most excited for too.
Oh, and what am I least excited about?
Sleep deprivation.
Yeah.
That would be mine.
I already don't really sleep much, but.
Yeah, but when you do, it's a solid 4 or 5 hours, whereas it'll be like broken into 2-hour intervals for me.
I'm just really hoping that we can still find enough time for all of the kids.
Yeah.
That's probably what I'm least looking forward to, is really trying to squeeze in time with all of them.
Yeah, it's hard with a newborn because they need you so much more, but... Do you believe that if you didn't have Talia, you would have left your marriage earlier or stayed longer? I would say 100% left earlier. The thing for me being in Townsville was I couldn't get my work to transfer me back to Brisbane. So that's the main reason that I was still there in Townsville and still in this situation. The only reason I was able to move back to Brisbane is because I had Talia, like during his deployment. So it's hard to say, because I went on maternity leave and I still was technically working for that company, for that airline. If I had to just give a quick answer, I'd say I probably would have left earlier. During the deployment, I don't think I would have lasted as long as I did.
I mean, basically once Talia was born, you weren't with him anyway.
Yeah.
You weren't physically with him, and you were already kind of checking out of the relationship.
Yeah, it was a whole situation.
Yeah.
Are you worried about Talia being jealous that the baby will get all the attention? I'm not worried. I don't know. I'm interested to see how she's going to act. I feel like it's going to be an adjustment period, but she's just going to have to get used to it. So there's no point worrying about it. It's happening. What's the most scariest thing about becoming a father again to a newborn, and why? That's good, because your youngest is almost 7, so it's been a while since you've had a newborn.
The scariest thing? I don't know. I'm not really scared. I'm just excited. I don't have any sort of nerves, or I'm not scared about anything. I just am looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Sorry, that was probably a really boring answer. But I'm looking forward. I'm not scared about anything. Yeah.
What's your pet names for each other? Babe.
Babe.
Babe. That's it. Everyone knows that. How is the sex life now that you're about to pop? That's a good question. And are you never letting him touch you again? It's definitely not as comfortable as it was in the beginning. Maybe even spoken about this in a bump date. Yeah, I did. I spoke about it in a bump date. Yeah, it's definitely slowed down, and not because it's not by choice. It's just I'm so big and uncomfortable. There's only so many ways I can move, and I'm just uncomfortable, and it's hard to reach things.
Yeah, it's not from lack of wanting, it's just the obvious physical restrictions.
Yeah, basically.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, and are you never going to let him touch you again? Oh my gosh, you're going to have to just wear a full body condom the whole time, if you even look at me. What's one thing that you are both looking forward to becoming a family of 6?
Looking forward to about becoming a family of 6? I don't know, I've come from like a big family. Like my extended family is pretty big. I only have one sibling, but I have a lot of cousins and aunties and uncles. Mm-hmm. And I love that feeling. Once everyone's looking forward into life, you're going to be surrounded by family, and family is your support network. So I feel like having a big family is awesome.
Yeah, I've never been one to want a huge family. I didn't even know if I wanted kids growing up, but I think it's pretty cool that we've just got this like collection of tiny humans that are like ours. Like, yeah. You've got yours and I've got mine, and we've got some together. I don't know. I don't know.
Courtney's not looking forward to having a big family.
I like big families. I have one brother. That's it. I have a very small family.
Like 2 cousins.
I just don't know what it looks like. I don't know what a big family looks like because I haven't been there, so I can't say. I don't know.
Plus, ours is not a regular 6-person family. Like a lot of the kids aren't here a lot of the time, and
yeah, true.
All that sort of stuff.
Did you both mention in your dating profiles that you had kids, or did you find out after meeting? So for those of you who don't know, we met on Tinder. Yeah, I had in mind. I definitely had in mind that I had a 1-year-old, and you had in yours definitely that you have 2 kids. So we were very open and honest on our Tinder profiles that we had kids.
Yeah.
Luke, how do you think you will cope seeing Courtney in so much pain during labour?
It's gonna suck. A lot.
How do you think you will cope though?
Yeah, you've asked me that before and I don't understand the question. What do you mean?
How do you think you'll cope? Do you think you'll just like run away and hide, or?
No, what do you like? No, I'm gonna be there to support her and help with whatever she needs, but it's gonna suck to see my partner in pain and not be able to do anything for her, but
yeah, you can do stuff.
Yeah, but not take the pain away.
Does Luke know he's adopted? Asking for a friend.
That's my sister. I'm not adopted, by the way.
Everyone's like, what?
My sister just always... Anyway.
Did Luke want more kids before he met you? If not, what made him change his mind?
Did I want them? I wasn't like actively pursuing someone to have more children with. But I definitely could have seen that if I felt the right way about a certain person that I would want to have kids with them. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've asked you that before and that was your answer.
But I also felt like I probably wasn't gonna find that person, so...
You didn't think about it, and then you bought a sports car with like 2 seats.
It has 4 seats.
Has being pregnant dampened down the honeymoon phase?
The honeymoon phase? Are we in a honeymoon phase?
I feel like our relationship has steadily just been very passionate and loving, and there's always lots of like touching, and we always tell each other we love each other. I don't feel like it's dampened down at all. If anything, actually, it's kind of done the opposite, because we're both just so in awe about the fact that we've created this tiny human that's half each other.
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like it's done the opposite, which is crazy because we were already in a crazy honeymoon phase in the beginning. We've been together for over a year now, and it just hasn't... Yeah. It hasn't...
It hasn't declined or doesn't, it's just been the same the whole time basically. We've just been madly in love with each other. I think we expected it to kind of disappear, but it just never did.
I'm still waiting for it to not disappear, just like dampen down a little bit, or just like chill out a little bit.
Yeah.
Just hasn't happened. Will Talia go to preschool? How long are you planning to be a stay-at-home mum?
If that person's not from Australia, maybe it means a different thing.
Oh, okay. In Australia, preschool is pretty much compulsory, I think. I don't know. Everyone, it's just unheard of that you
don't even call it preschool, it's like...
Prep.
Oh, prep. Okay, well that's not preschool, that is school. Even though it's called prep, but...
Well, she goes to daycare now once a week at her dad's house, which has been really, really good for her, so that's kind of early learning there. And then how long do I plan being to be a stay-at-home mum? That actually kind of depends on YouTube and what happens there with the financial side of things of YouTube. Because when baby's born, she turns, I'm going to say probably 2 or 3, and I'm not making enough money to contribute financially, I personally am going to feel like I want to go back to work. That's just me personally. I know, like, there's no pressure from Luke at all. He doesn't care if I stay at home. He wants me to stay at home, but I feel like just for the sake of saving for a house and paying our bills and whatnot, I would feel the need to go back to work. Probably when this baby is 2 or 3, if I'm not making enough money off YouTube to financially help more than I am. Do you feel like there is anything you don't agree on in parenting that is going to be a struggle? Oh, that might be something we disagree on.
Hey,
like the whole discipline thing? Not that I don't agree with it, I'm just not very good at it.
Discipline thing.
Like, I'm not good at being the bad cop.
Yeah, so like with Talia, obviously Talia is Courtney's and not mine. So the most I'll ever do with Talia is maybe raise my voice if she's doing something naughty, but she's not my kid, and I wouldn't feel comfortable disciplining any further than that, really. Like sometimes I'll send her to her room, but
yeah.
So it'll be, obviously we've got our different ideas or styles of disciplining, but they'll complement each other. It's just a mum and dad thing.
Yeah, I think they complement each other more than anything. I don't think it's a
it's
disagreement thing. I would never be like, you can't do that unless you're like throwing my kid off the balcony, and even then sometimes she kind of deserves it.
Yeah, I set my own boundaries with Talia. Courtney has never told me that I can or can't do anything. It's just yeah.
Are you going to be exclusively breastfeeding or pumping and having Luke help with feeds, or formula feeding? I'm planning on breastfeeding. Obviously things don't always go to plan, so you can't plan to a T, but I'm planning on breastfeeding, and I'm hopefully going to try and pump as well so that Luke can help with feeding. I feel like that's a big bonding thing for you as well. I didn't have that with Talia because her dad wasn't around. He left when she was 7 weeks old, so it wasn't something I had to think about. So she was just exclusively breastfed, and there was no bottles involved because it was just me. But I think this time around I would love to pump and get you to help out with the feeds as well. But breastfeeding is definitely something that I am hoping is doable, but you just can't plan.
Not only that, but if I can help out with the feeding, that means that Courtney can maybe go have some time to herself or go to a friend's house for a little bit and not have to worry.
Yeah, Talia just refused a bottle altogether, so hopefully this one doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Are you more or less stressed and or excited about having a newborn for the 2nd and 3rd time? I'm mostly just excited at this point. Obviously, there are stressful factors to having a newborn. Not just having a newborn, but adding a whole new family member to your family. But you adjust, from what I've heard. You just adjust when you have a person in your family, and she's not going to be a newborn forever, so...
Everyone has to adjust, it's just how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's happening.
A lot of people asked about me having time off work.
Yeah, there were a lot of questions about that.
Yeah. And as I already kind of briefly touched on it, I guess, but because so many people asked, maybe I can expand. It's just that there's a really busy period of work and there's a lot of new stuff happening. And
You work for my dad.
yeah. So it shouldn't be a problem really having time off work, and I want to obviously spend as much time at home with Bubby and Courtney as possible. But at the same time, we also spoke about how for the first like month of baby's life, she's basically just going to sleep a lot, and Courtney may not need that much help. So I'm not sure if maybe I'll take like a week when baby's born and then maybe a week later on,
Well,
or
Christmas
something like that.
comes
Or
probably a month after she's born anyway, so
yeah, and I get a little bit of time off Christmas as well. So there'll be plenty of me being home and stuff with them over the next couple of months. So
yeah. So that's all the questions that we got over on Instagram. Thank you so much for those of you who asked questions. If you do have any more that are burning questions that you absolutely want to ask down below in the comments. That's it.
Courtney answers all the comments.
I answered the majority of the
She
comments.
answers 99% of the comments.
Yeah, it's getting to the point now where it's a full-time job just answering comments, but it's really important to me to do that.
And hopefully this video is good. We keep saying this in all the new videos, but it's a new camera and we've got a new lighting and a new everything, so hopefully it's all good.
Bear with us. There's just no audio, it's just us going.
That would suck.
I feel like I'm not re-recording, I don't care, they can lip read.
Put subtitles in.
Anyway guys, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe below if you want to follow our journey, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it.
And we'll see you on the next one. No, in the next one. In the next video. Yes.
Bye. It's in.